Today, our Laythe mission is going to have something very important. That something very important, of course, will be a ground refueler, and I packed in quite a large one. Of course, we will mostly be skipping over the initial parts because the real pain and suffering becomes when we land this thing, because I landed on the wrong island and had to drive across. Just to warn you now, extensive use of the repair cheat and a bit of no crash damage were used when driving the Rover, because I did not want to spend 50 years very slowly and carefully driving it and reloading every single time one of those giant wheels popped. You've been warned. You've seen all of this before, so I'm just skipping through. Originally, I was going to just slam it into the atmosphere, but after that didn't end very gracefully, I actually decided to normally slow down like a normal person and then just lower my periapsis. I basically had to land on land for the simple reason that I didn't actually pack much of any fuel into the Rover so that it's light enough for the rocket to carry it, which means that our only method of propulsion on water can't work until we start mining, for which we need the actual materials. Of course, readying this thing and driving it is a pain in the ass considering how hard it is to turn this thing, so yeah, this is gonna go pretty fast for you, trust me, it took a lot of time for me. If you think this part of going downhill is hard and painful, well, just wait and see what awaits us. Alright, we're now actually in the water, and now the true fun can begin, as we have to go across the water. Somewhere here, I stopped playing and started playing, and 3 months later, that is why there's been no video, because I knew that I had to deal with this the very moment I came back. But yeah, basically TLDR, this takes quite a bit of time in real life, not as much as the next portion does. But yeah, all you really do is go forward in the water slowly and try to fight the currents trying to toss you about. I'm just trying to explain to you it's really painful and not much fun, okay? Eventually, we make it to the coast, and I've cut out here the few failed attempts of me trying to get onto the coast, but yeah, now we're down to just me reusing that stupid cheat and driving across the land until we can finally reach the base. By the way, this was a huge pain in the ass because sometimes the vehicle would keep on slipping. Yeah, it's not much fun. Also, it's kind of really difficult to turn without using differential thrust, so that's why I'm using differential thrust on land. I also, at one point, started ejecting fuel because the vehicle was too heavy to climb up the cliff. I know it's stupid, but it had to be done. Now, once we're at the base, all that's really left for us to do is to drive the vehicle, the little Nautilus space plane close to us, and then we can start refueling. Of course, it didn't go that well the first 2 times, but, yeah, just don't time warp while using it and be careful, and we can begin refueling. The process is really simple. Just somehow force the giant robotics claw to attach to the other thing, and that'll basically be it. The mission's already done. The vehicle's here. The hard part is over. You'll of course have to suffer through watching me fumble with the claw, because I had to suffer through many hours of slowly watching this thing drive. That's more tedious than hard. Overall, yeah, this entire video has been really tedious to record, and the next one is so tedious I stopped mid-launch. I'll see if I'll do the project or I may abandon it. It was supposed to use a lot of robotics parts, but the issue isn't with the parts themselves. They were actually behaving, which was kind of crazy. The issue was the vehicle kept just not wanting to be launched. There was a lot of parts. It was way too top-heavy, and the fairing wasn't big enough, so I may have to look into a mod that gives me larger fairings, but then the fairing might just obliterate itself like usual. We'll see. God, I wish I could launch from somewhere with no atmosphere. Anyways, yeah, that's gonna be about it for this video, though. Spoilers for next one, I guess. Maybe next one. I don't even know. See you then. Goodbye.